Did you know that mutations in the TP53 gene cause about half of all cancer cases for many types of cancer? TP53 codes for a cancer-mediating protein called p53. Its purpose is to prevent cells with damaged DNA from dividing to make new cells and to initiate repair action. Once damaged DNA is detected, a stress signal is sent to p53 for its activation, initiating a pathway which activates the p21 inhibitor, pausing the cell division cycle by a process called cell arrest. If the DNA cannot be repaired, then a signal is sent for induced cell death, apoptosis. p53 is made up of 4 chains connected to a tetramerization domain, each with a DNA binding domain and a transactivation domain, which allows it to be activated and inactivated. MDM2 is a negative regulator, which prevents activation of the protein by binding it to the transactivation domain to render it ineffective for as long as it's bound. CHK2 kinase is a positive regulator, which activates p53 by phosphorylation at the serine 20 site. Once activated, p53 binds the p53 response element of the DNA. Then RNA polymerase II transcribes the p21 gene to mRNA so that the inhibitor may be produced. After, CDK inhibitors such as p21 phosphorylate silane complexes to activate them, and the silane E complex that binds the B chain to stop the cell cycle, activating a complex for DNA repair, unless the binding site of the DNA has a mutation. If there is a mutation in the TP53 gene itself, then ineffective p53 may be produced due to alterations in its amino acids. Either one of these would mean that the faulty cell would continue dividing, producing a tumor. Indications of this include limited or excess p53, since the body continues to send p53 to resolve the issue despite it being potentially ineffective. Living with cancer is very challenging, involving many procedures and harsh chemotherapy. Even if the cancer is overcome, long-lasting effects may remain. Thus, it is recommended that you test yourself for mutations in the TP53 gene if you have a family history of cancer, and physicians recommend performing self-breast exams once a month.